Hello, welcome to Truth Runs Deep podcast. I'm Terryn,
I'm Kalli.
and we're talking about all things Law and Order, SVU, the mothership. I don't know, organized. Who knows? Man, shit,
Maybe. Who knows at this
literally,
point?
we've been going on for like a year at this point. Maybe not quite a year. I think June will be about a year. Anyway, a long time and more. So today, nothing really is going on in the world. The Olympics starts this weekend, so there will not be Law and Order Thursday until the 26th. They'll be back on the 26th. So you can watch our favorite is the figure skating or whatever else you want to watch in the Olympics. Yeah.
Mariska loves Lindsey Vonn.
She does.
Snowboarder.
Who knows if she'll actually be there? Mariska loves going to the Olympics, so
That would be great. I would love that.
So we'll see.
Mariska in Italy. Woo!
Yeah. But nothing else is really going on, so we'll hop straight into Law and Order, which is one a very strange episode.
It was a weird week.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about it. It's called Never Say Goodbye. So there's this older man. He's packing up his desk. He's trying to like get out quietly, but one of his coworkers is like, "Come on, we have a surprise for you.
You're not getting out of here."
Yeah. So they take him over to this other spot, and they're having a retirement party for him. His name is Mark Turner. He's with the Federal Aviation Administration, and he's been doing that for 35 years. So he's well deserved his retirement.
Everybody loves him. They're all joking around at the party.
Yeah, they're all having a good time, And then he's riding his bike home because that's his transportation. And then he stops to talk to a woman. I think what she says in a moment, what he tells her. And then he keeps going, and then he's shot dead. Yep.
On his bike.
Yeah. So then they have the opening credits, and then the witness says that like he seemed like a nice guy. He told her to wear a helmet, so he wasn't a bad guy. He was seemed like a very nice older man. And then they go talk to his wife, and she says that like they were gonna go to Costa Rica to celebrate retirement like tomorrow, but they aren't gonna be able to do that because he's dead. But so that's really sad. Then they go. She mentions that he was friends with somebody named Bodie who's been beat up. That he's been involved in some organized crime with the Albanians, and that's just a bad idea. We've learned enough to know that's just a really bad idea. So then the guy explains they're going to go into business together and kind of do consulting work with like private planes and flying. But then like a parachute accident happened. Then they go talk to this guy who's a boxer. It's one of the last people they worked with.
He was supposed to go on a rocket flight that Mark was doing, but then it got canceled.
Yeah, it's kind of like that moment last year where the celebrities all went on the rocket for like 5 minutes and then came back. That time it's kind of like that.
Yeah, so this was supposed to be them, but then the flight didn't happen, and the guy got mad, but he was like, "I didn't kill him."
Yeah. So
they then find out that there was I already lost it. There was a recent plane crash incident that Mark was investigating, and they said that it was pilot error that caused it.
Yeah, it wasn't like the plane or anything was broken.
It wasn't like the plane or anything. Like the plane was fine. Everything was fine. It was the pilot. And so Mark is the one who like signed off on it being pilot error. And the guy who was the pilot name was Brian Levy. He was an ex-Marine. And his wife was not happy.
Yeah, she was very angry.
He was insistent that it was not his fault.
Yeah.
And that her husband was, and so she was mad that Mark was saying that it was her husband's fault when it wasn't.
Yeah, and then they wait. Oh, so they go to her house, to kind of talk to her, and then she has like a gun on the table. So they're like, was she gonna harm herself? They were really concerned. They're like, put the gun down, put the gun down. And then they hear this like voice coming from a different room. So then they walk around and they see this on this TV screen. It's an AI model of her late husband. Because
Walker and Riley are like,
Riley was like, isn't he dead? He's been dead for 6 months, I think, something like that. They were like, isn't he dead? So they're kind of like, that's strange.
He is literally talking to an AI version of him.
Yeah.
And what was I doing? 1 second.
She says, I don't know if it says, I can't fight back, but you can.
Yeah, like literally the AI is telling her that. So the wife took it as, hey, I'm gonna go kill him.
Yeah, you're like, that's not, so yeah, so
what?
So that's cool. You're like,
we're listening to AI people tell us to kill people now?
I mean,
like,
people do. There's been cases in real life where artificial intelligence have told people to do things and they wouldn't do.
So then, they bring her in, they arrest her. And Walker is doing the interrogation, and Walker's like, you need to accept that it's your husband's fault. And then he goes and he says, you know the truth, you will know the truth, and thus will set you free. He's like quoting the Bible or something.
Yeah, because she's a
John
Catholic.
Something. I don't remember.
I think it's 838, I think. But she's a Catholic Sunday school teacher. That's why he says this. I don't know if we didn't put that in the notes, but they say that up. They tell her like, she wouldn't hurt anybody. She's a Catholic Sunday school teacher.
And then she's like, detective, will you pray with me? And then you could see Walker like looking around like, am I allowed to do this? And
yeah,
so he does. And then during the prayer, she's like, I hope God will forgive me for what I did.
Yeah, they're
like, that man.
Yeah,
okay,
like,
cool.
She confessed, and they were like, okay, cool. I've got everything we need. Let's go to
trial. Trial time.
But it's a little early on, so it's of course it's not gonna go as going the way you want it to go at this very moment.
And then Price shows up in a Price shows up in like this really nice gray suit, and it was like, I like this.
Yeah.
But then they were confused because the gun that was shot used to shoot Mark didn't match because she had changed the barrel or something.
Yeah, you can change. You can get the parts changed in guns so that they are different, according to the gun expert when they go talk to the firearms expert. We haven't got to that part yet. So then the defense.
So it's like, oh, the confession has to be out, and they're like, why? And he's like, because she said it in prayer, and it's like, oh shit. I had a feeling that was gonna come back to bite somehow. The defense is basically like, confessions must be voluntary and prayer is coercion for whatever reason.
But I kind of understand why now that I thought about it. I guess in the kind of sense of like talking to God and whoever you view God in that sense of that you have to confess, otherwise you're gonna get in trouble with God. So if you have that view of God, you could see that it's a bit of manipulative, being like, oh, you're gonna get in trouble with God if you don't confess. So I can kind of see where they get it from.
And Nolan tries arguing like, she asked Walker isn't a priest. Yeah, she asked him to do it. And the judge is like, yeah, it's still prayer, so it's out.
Yeah, priest cannot file confession. Priest cannot like say if you confess something to a priest, they can't go tell you the law enforcement unless it's like absolutely necessary. But they don't have to disclose anything you've ever told a priest.
So the confession is out, which is kind of ridiculous. But Riley mentions that his brother is somehow still in a coma.
Which I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was a couple months ago at this point.
And they're all talking. Even Nolan is like, if I'm being honest, I can't stop watching the like AI videos between the wife and the husband. Like, it's that
Yeah. It's like, how did she like has like full on like day-to-day conversations with this AI like all day every day. So,
And no one's like, look, I mean, I get it. Like, it's got to have something to do with grief. Like, my dad left a voicemail before he died, and he still can't get himself to listen to it.
yeah.
And he's probably, it was probably something about him wanting to just smuggle scotch into the hospital, but
Yeah, for like probably. Yeah, so then
trial. And the
they go to
defense is
trial.
like, how are they sure it's her if there's other people in the area that had that bike? Yada yada yada.
Yeah, like whatever. So then the prosecution pulls the firearms expert, and then he explains that like, yeah, you can change the barrel of a gun to so then it doesn't match anymore. The casings don't, whatever the part doesn't match anymore. So
And then yeah, so but apparently it's still the same gun.
so then they they have a person from the company who made this legacy avatars, which is actually this is a real company. This name isn't
Which
real,
is
but this
actually a
but
real
this is
thing,
a real
apparently.
this is a real. I watched a video on it a couple months ago about how like people make these AI avatars or such.
Yeah, like
to
Nolan and
companies,
the squad, they're calling it grief bots, but it's
which
like
they do
it's a
exist. Actually,
legacy avatar.
yes, I think I forgot what the company is called. I don't even know if they're still making money anymore, but I know there is a company that does this where you can make AI of a dead loved one.
And Nolan is like, so you want to keep these people hooked who are mourning, hooked on your app so you could keep getting money.
Exactly. They're like, you pay 40. He's like, you pay $49.99 a month for this. So you obviously
like, of course, you had the person say, go kill this guy.
You want them to still be grieving, so then they will continue using the app.
And then the defense is like, hold up, you can't use these conversations. And they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, it's her husband.
They're like,
what?
And they're like, this is an AI. No, it is not.
What? Like, so again, Nolan and the defense attorney are in the judge's chambers, and she's like, it's marital law. It's her husband. Like, it's special privilege. And Nolan's like, this is
a robot. This is an AI.
A robot. What
No.
do you mean? And the judge is like, yeah, I guess there is some marital law aspect into it. So you can't use any of the conversations from the app. It's like, what?
Exactly. They were like, what?
Excuse me. We're really like, you wrote it down and we're like, we're talking about extending common law to a machine.
Yeah, that's what no one says, something like that.
Like, this is ridiculous.
But yeah.
Like, this judge needs
like, we're going too far here. Like we're you know.
And so they're like, great. So confession is out. All the conversations are out. What the hell are we gonna do now? And they got Riley and Walker back at the precinct, and he's like, well, Riley's like, well, I wanted to go to the Rangers game tonight, but
we're not going
that
now.
ain't happening.
Go to one. So then they kind of
Walker walks in and he's like feeling confident, and Riley's like, what are you doing? He's like, well, what if we brought Brian Levy back from the dead one more time? And it's like, what?
Yeah.
So the next day, it's apparently come out that Price is finding out that the wife, Kate, wants to plead guilty.
And he's like, why would you want to do that?
What changed?
Exactly. Why would she want to do that?
And so Walker brings him in. He's like, oh, so here. And he plays a video of the AI telling the wife,
you need to confess what you've done.
Confess. And Nolan is standing there like,
what just happened?
Have you done?
Exactly. Because you can see where this is a big problem.
It's like you're literally, and then also coercing a confession.
Yeah.
Even though the wife is the husband.
No, she it's
this is like obstruction of justice and
it's looking bad. We watched Law and Order enough to know that this is not a good thing to do.
Nolan is pissed.
Like we watched the show enough to know that this is not legal. Okay, this is not gonna go down very well.
Nolan is pissed, and then he has to go tell Baxter, and Baxter's like, Actually, hold on. Let's look at the fuse on this bomb before we light it. And Nolan is like, what do you mean? We have to go tell the judge and the defense. And then Baxter's like, okay, but maybe we don't.
Yeah, they're like,
And
Bruce Smith.
yeah, they kind of do. So they
Yeah.
they have to go tell the defense and everything. And then the defense is like, of course, we want a mistrial and everything. This is absurd. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous. And then Nolan's arguing about stuff.
Yeah,
And then
everybody's just
Katie
arguing.
immediately goes up and she's like, stop. Stop. I know I'm guilty. My husband has shown me that.
Yeah.
And even Nolan is like, Miss
Mhm.
Leary, like, Miss Levy, like,
I'm
you
on your side, but you probably should
seriously
stop talking.
listen to your counsel and stop talking.
Yeah, like, I'm not on your side, but I'm trying to tell you. Please.
Like, that shows how much, like, Nolan stands on the side of justice.
Yeah, he's like, it wouldn't be right for you to confess.
It wouldn't be right for them to get justice like this, because this is, like, and then he's, like, pretty much like, no, ma'am, this isn't your husband. Like, this is a robot telling you to confess to a murder. And she's like, no, I'm doing it. I know I'm guilty and now I have to pay for it. And it's like, what is happening right now? So apparently she pleads guilty and that's the end of that. And Walker doesn't get in trouble. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, this is quite problematic in the sense that, like,
this is bad.
You kind of manipulated her into you programmed an AI to tell her to confess.
But but like, if you look at it, technically, she kind of manipulated him at first.
Yeah.
By making him pray with her. Now he's the one who's like returning the favor. You could look at it like that.
Yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
So after court,
Sam and Nolan are
talking, and Nolan's like, remind me to never subscribe to a grief bot. Yeah. Sam goes, I'm gonna go read a book.
Yeah, like, let's go get off the technology.
Enough technology right now. I need a book.
Yeah.
And so she walks away, and you see Nolan like looking up at the sky, like thinking for a moment. And he takes out his phone. He listens to the voicemail from his dad. And it's like, oh, and you can see him getting all teary-eyed because his dad says, I want you to know how proud I am of you, son. I love you, son. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he
cares.
I'm proud of him.
I was like, good. It's a good dad. I was worried it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it's very, very sweet. And then
I was like, oh my god, we get a rare Nolan smile again. So, oh, it was sweet. It was a sweet little ending.
Yeah, so that works.
That was literally the only good part of the episode. The rest,
this was just like, I'm disturbed a little bit. You know, like, I'm just disturbed a little bit. AI has gone too far. Don't
like. Can it be used for good things? Yes. But if it's telling you to fucking commit murder,
no,
that's too far.
Like, your doctor should not be trusting ChatGPT to do surgery on you. That's too far here, okay?
It kind of goes back to when SVU was like, Bruno's like, I talked to ChatGPT for therapy, and Olivia and Curry are just like,
that Olivia in that scene is just so funny. It just makes
it just like,
yeah, it's just so funny.
So the next episode, there's like this thing with like these bikers for this game or whatever. I don't remember.
I don't know how to describe it because I don't think.
All I remember is that Walker's going undercover. So
let me.
Another Walker episode.
That'll be interesting. So I'm curious to see him.
That's the one thing I wish they did with Shaw. They should have had him go undercover. Yeah. But I like how they're using Walker so far.
Yeah, that. Trying to see. No. Well, I tried to Google it. He always wants to pull SV. I'm not trying to look at SV. I'm trying to see. Trying to find Because it keeps trying to pull Duty to Hope, and I'm like, I'm not trying to look at the Duty to Hope. I'm trying to find. It's
I hope you
called.
could somehow edit that out because my dad decided to fucking ruin the
I can't, but
recording.
um,
I forgot. I turned my camera off and I forgot to turn my microphone off as they were walking by.
Don't know what it's called. I do know what happens though. Hold on. Have not taken any medication today because I don't have it yet, but it's okay. So essentially, I'm gonna fill the space a moment. It's called. I don't know what it's called actually because I don't have that either. But know that Walker is going undercover.
I texted him. I was like, "You just messed up the entire thing. Thanks."
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Just know that it's happening. So whatever.
Is there no summary yet?
I can't find it. No one knows. Seems to know. I tried googling it and it keeps on my screen.
Dig.
Anyway, SVU is. It's called. We'll go into SVU.
This
It's called.
is a very important one.
Yeah, I thought this was a very.
I have things to say, but I'm gonna let Terryn take the lead on it because you'll see eventually why.
Oh, I was going to let me get these Pokemon avatars on the Pokemon thing. Okay, so it's called Hubris. I kind of was a little bit upset before the episode because people were kind of like, if Kelly's not in the episode, I'm not watching it. And I'm like,
that's guys, this is actually an important fucking conversation.
Yeah, and this is
be having in real life. It's okay if Kelly is in every single episode.
Yeah, because most of them, but some nobody, and not all the characters are gonna be in every episode.
Especially considering the last episode.
Yeah,
I would dealing with that.
Yeah, I expected her not to be in the episode just because I'd be like, they need a little break. Carice need a little break, you know.
But then again, it was slightly confusing because then Carice was in the episode, and it's like,
but also, because they had to move up one, so therefore that gap that would have been there because of because they use real lifetime, so there would have been like a 3-week gap in between, so it would have made sense at the time that like we went straight back in, but just they moved up to it didn't make it.
So yeah, so the episode it starts.
Anyway, I started to finish my tangent. I was done it. Oh, essentially, what I was gonna say is that like people of color's stories are very, very important. And I think sometimes we get a bit lost in the sauce about like actors and characters that we've lost the point of the show, which is to help victims and survivors. And that's the most important thing. It's not about ships or characters. It's about that. And we have people. Yeah, it's about the people that they're doing their best to help get justice for. And I think that's the most important thing. And we have to respect that. And I think as long as we continue to do that, this show is something that will be still in our future. So please always keep that in your mind when you're watching. And I think that's something really important that we all need to remember. So yeah, that was
especially in this day and age, it's not just about.
Yeah, there's very, very important stories that they are telling. There's very, very important stories that we're telling here, and I think that's important to respect. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm moving on now. So it's called Hubris, which I didn't know what that meant, but I looked it up and then I forgot. So
I remember. You're good.
Okay.
So Ali, it starts with like this woman. She's working the streets in like this really like tight skirt and everything, and it's like, God damn it, it's freezing outside, man.
Yeah, it's so cold. Girl,
and this car pulls up, and the guy's like, "Oh, what can you do for me?" And she's like, "How much?" And they're like, negotiating the price. So he gives her money, and then she immediately pulls out a gun because she's an undercover cop.
Yeah,
which was badass.
Yeah.
And she like pulls it out, and she's like, "All right," out of the car, especially because she sees there's another girl
There's a girl in the back of his car
in the backseat.
who looks very, very, very young. Well,
It's
I guess
very-
it's hard to tell at the moment that she's very young. He's like,
And
I'm married,
so
I have kids,
you
and they're
have
like,
kids. It's like, dude, why
you
the
should have
fuck
thought
are
about
you
that.
here?
Like, you should have thought about that before you came out here to solicit prostitution.
You're married and you have kids and you have a child in your backseat. Like, what the
Well,
fuck?
he doesn't. I don't know if he know. We don't know how aware he is of knowing this is a child, but we're gonna find out. They never
But
discussed
it's like,
it.
dude, really bad. Did your wife? You literally.
Your wife's gonna be real
luck
upset with
being
you.
married after this.
Yeah. You might. Your wife may not be very happy with you.
So
When you,
the undercover cop, she goes to check on the girl, and then they bring her to the hospital. And apparently, Olivia knows her. I don't remember what her name was, but Olivia was like looking at her like up and down in the undercover look, and she's like, "This is a good look for you."
Yeah.
And the cop is like, "Save it."
Yeah. She really hates it, but
save it.
Yeah, it's very funny.
So then Olivia goes to talk to the girl. And oh my god, when we say
this is one of the best scenes that I've
got us.
It was
very
like
much
this one. I put it in
was
the.
like
I linked it.
Into this episode, and I'm already crying.
Yeah, I linked it, but obviously you guys can't go watch. You guys can go watch it. We can't show it to you because of copyright on. But
yeah,
if you want to watch it again,
you can. Yeah, it's probably all around the internet. You'll find it.
Yeah.
It's so she's like, let's relax. Let's get you undressed. She's like, let's start and take these heels off.
Yeah,
and she like this like glass, like almost look like glass, but it's like plastic heels, and they're like pretty high. And Olivia's looking at them, and she's like, "Wow, I like heels, but I don't think I can walk in these."
Yeah, they're very tall.
And then Olivia has what can just be described as the mom bag.
Yeah,
like the Mary Poppins mom bag.
Yeah,
and she takes out these like fuzzy socks.
Yeah, she's kind of like, I have some things to use. I have some makeup wipes.
She has some fuzzy socks. She gives her makeup wipes to wipe off the makeup, and she's like, "What's your name?" Her name is Riley. And then Olivia sees that she's like pretty much barely dressed.
Yeah,
and Olivia's like, "I'm sorry, I don't know why I didn't do this before." And she literally takes off her sweatshirt jacket.
Yeah.
And puts on the jacket on the girl. And I was like, side note, I'm gonna say this now just because Olivia is wearing jeans and they look good on her.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the important stuff.
Everyone was like,
I just like point that out.
Yeah, everyone was like, I'm a little distracted by like her ponytail and her jeans.
Yeah, literally. Little distracted, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Olivia's like, "Okay, Riley, how old are you?" And she's like, "I'm almost 15.
We're like, they're like,
and she says her mom died when she was little, and she doesn't live with her dad. And it's like, well, shit. Why is this 15-year-old in the back of the car with an old man?
Yeah.
And then we get this like really sweet moment of she's like helping her rub off her makeup.
Yeah.
And she goes and she says, "What happened to you isn't right. It's not fair, and you deserve to be protected, loved. I can't change the past, but I can promise you that I'll do everything in my power to make sure that you get to be the girl that you were supposed to be."
And you're like, oh.
And cue the tears, because that is when I started crying.
Yeah, I was like, Olivia, you're gonna break my little heart for the moment.
Yeah, literally. This is when we start crying.
Yeah, it's such a good scene. Like it
was like, okay, and everyone on the internet was like, "This is why the show has lasted for this long." Yes. Mariska's like empathy, sympathy scenes like this, and it's like, yes, that is exactly it. Like Olivia Benson is the person that we all need if we were ever in a situation like this.
Unfortunately, the real police are not like this. Unfortunately.
Mariska, can you become a cop after you're done acting?
They probably be like, "You're too old now, sorry."
She'd be like, "I freaking know all the rules already. Just let me go talk to people."
There's a lot of professional, these aren't good people who are like, "This show isn't realistic." Well, it could be if you did your job better.
Exactly. Like, oh, I'm sorry, we all have to go to a TV drama to feel solace that we should get in real life.
Yeah. So, this is not good. So
Yeah,
then,
so Olivia wipes her makeup off. We see that she's in jeans. We all gay panic for a moment.
yeah, just a little.
Just a little. And then she says, she goes and she says, she doesn't say who, but she says, he said, if I told, I'd never see my daddy again.
Yeah, like,
Okay. A
who said?
15-year-old is if a 15-year-old is using the word daddy, like in regards to their actual father, like we're in a fucking, this is a child. This is bad.
Yeah, she's 14 years old. She didn't even say she was 15, so she's a
And
kid.
she goes, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
Great. So we
Yeah.
get the
So then
intro.
the service, yeah, and then they're like the
And the
her
CPS,
caseworker, CPS
yeah,
caseworker
the
comes in.
social worker, CPS worker comes in, and Olivia's like,
This was the early clip they posted about the episode. Yeah. So
Olivia's like, I need to know who this girl is, and this the woman's like, I think her name is Riley. From what I'm looking, her name is Riley Williams. Yeah, her name is Riley Williams. So she's talking to like this doctor friend that she has first. I couldn't remember if it was I couldn't tell if the doctor person was the same as the cop from the beginning.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's two separate people. Anyway, so the doctor, his name is Ash. Apparently, Olivia knows her from cases and stuff before.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it would have been great if they looked in on her, before she was pimped out.
Yeah, someone should have been checking, making sure this was a guy.
And so they go to talk to the woman. Well, she's the woman, and it's a young woman. And Ash is like, don't bite her head off. Well, halfway through the conversation, my dad goes, she's biting.
Yeah, I was like, she's like,
she's biting. Because she's like, I need someone who actually gives a damn.
Yeah.
And the woman's like, I do, Captain. But I need you to know that there's like 50,000 cases, and there's 6,000 homes that we can send these kids to.
Yeah, there's so much going on that they can't simply keep up with it.
So they go to her foster mom's house.
Yeah.
Her name is Monique. And she's like, yeah, Riley's a problem. Riley ain't here. And it's like, okay, what the fuck are you doing, lady?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
you
a lot of
people not foster.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people do it for the money. Because they typically pay you a stipend to keep these children. So that's kind of a bit of a reason why some people
and so
do it.
It's Olivia and Renee, and then she's like, I live alone, everything's fine. And Olivia's like, are you sure? Because there's 2 coffee cups in the sink.
And then Renee
and
sees,
then they're pretty much like, yeah, like these guys' boots.
Is that work, male work, the guy work boots? Like, she's like, I think you're lying.
And she's like, okay, you need to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, you talk.
She mentions this guy named Marcus, it's her boyfriend. But so apparently that's the one who's pimping her out.
Yeah, which is real messed up.
So then Renee and Olivia get word that the guy tried to buy a bus ticket to Orlando.
Yeah,
he goes, like, so he's gonna be the happiest pimp on earth.
Yeah, I was like, sometimes like SVU be unserious. Sometimes that's kind of funny.
I love this though. So then they go. They find Marcus.
Used to show that they have to be. They have to be quippy because if you're not laughing, you're crying. So
So they find Marcus. He sees them, immediately starts running.
Like, don't run
throughout the airport. He gets outside, and he gets hit by an airport bus.
Yeah, it was lucky the bus was going slow. Otherwise, he would be.
And he literally just like gets back, and he's like clutching his knee. Yeah. And Renee literally goes, "Man, look at you! I thought you were dead, Lucky Duck."
Exactly, like.
And Olivia goes, "Yeah, we'll call you an ambulance." in a minute.
Yeah, because he's
It's like, please give me more of them all
yeah,
this time,
they're
just for
just so
this
fun.
ass.
Exactly. They're just such a great dynamic. Everybody has a great dynamic in the show. There's no
I love
Griffin in this
this.
episode, by the way. It also, anyone was like, no Griffin this week, so.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody said that. Because
Nobody said, no, I don't think anybody really cares enough to like him, except like, we added him to our universe, so then we end up being like, I care about him, actually.
and I love Corey Cott,
Yeah,
so I don't
so,
care.
yeah. But anyway, so
And
then,
yeah, so they finally get like a better foster home for Riley, and she's like, great, but I want to go back with my dad. And they're like, what are you talking about? And so it says that apparently her dad lost custody for abuse 4 years ago in like Bronx SVU. And Bruno's like, so back when the Bronx was a mess.
yeah, we don't know if they've ever really improved the Bronx, but it was bad then. It was not a good. If you don't remember, the jumped in arc is where they kind of talk a lot about in season 24.
Like both Sterlish and Bruno were there, and it was fucking bad. And they're the only ones who actually gave a shit.
Yeah, and it was a lot. So
they go back to the hospital to get Riley. Riley is gone.
Yeah.
And Olivia goes to like talk to her like roommate. And she's like, Did the other girl leave? And the girl literally is looking at her phone and looks up and goes, There was another girl here?
Like the girl who plays that character posted a picture with Mariska, so congratulations to her.
Good job.
Good job. Good to hang out.
Good for you, girl. That's all you get to say, and you get an eye roll from Olivia Benson. Love that for you.
Yeah. So then the people at the hospital say she got into
a dark sedan 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And so they go back to the precinct.
They're talking.
And they're like, we put out a alert for this sedan. And then the phone rings. And Olivia's like, okay, this is Captain Benson. And she's like,
Riley's
Captain,
here.
this is I'm Riley's dad. Riley's here right now. Yeah. I didn't know what else to do, so I'm calling you guys.
Yeah.
Because with, the court stuff and everything.
You don't be like, I don't want to be like guilty, looking guilty.
I don't want to be in trouble, but she showed up in my house.
Yeah.
So they go to find the dad. His name is Nathan. Literally, again, just to show how much the girl literally is a child, she has a stuffy.
Yeah, like this is a kid.
This is a child. And she's like, I'm not going anywhere. And Riley and Olivia's like, honey, it doesn't work like this. And she's like, why not? I broke my arm playing volleyball.
Yeah, I did.
And they said that he did it. And she goes, why won't anybody believe me?
Exactly. It's really, really sad that
And the dad goes, it took me 2 years to find a lawyer who would even attempt to take my case.
Yeah, it's a lot that nobody's
and it's been 4 years of court battles.
Yeah. And nobody cares
Nobody cares. And he goes, I will never get that time back. Riley will never get that time back. And he's like hugging her. She's hugging her dad. And she goes, I've been trying to get you back. And then Riley looks at Olivia and she's like, can you help us?
Yeah. It's the childlike innocence of I hope that you can help us. And it's like, ouch, my heart's going to break into a million little pieces.
And at least the caseworker is nice to Riley.
Yeah.
And Olivia's like, I'm trying. And the dad's like, just help me get my daughter back. I don't care what it takes. Get me my daughter back.
Yeah.
And so they all go back to the precinct and they're talking. And they're like, she broke her arm in a volleyball incident. They said the dad did it. And nobody thought there was an issue. And then Bruno with the proving that even though he's white, he knows what shit is going on. He goes, oh, or they looked at him because he was a single dad with a low income and black.
Legit.
And immediately went, he did it.
Yeah, they definitely pulled the race card of like, well, he probably did it. And they're like, no.
This is why I like Bruno. Like, yes, Kevin's white and everything, but like, even Bruno was like the first to admit, guys, obviously,
legit,
it's because of the color of his skin.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, legit. That's the problem here. Like, they don't care. These people don't care that they're like, well, we're taking your kid. Sorry if you don't like that.
So he's like, I could talk to this guy that I worked with back in the Bronx about like the case and everything. I don't know how that's gonna go. And Olivia goes, so he hates you or intensely dislikes you?
Yeah, because Bruno was the whistleblower, and then they were all like, Bruno was the whistleblower for the Bronx, and then they fired him, and then he won his lawsuit, and that's how he became rich.
So he goes to talk to the person, and he gets more details, and he was like, as he's leaving, he's like, oh, tell Jeannie I said hi. The guy goes, Jeannie left me, and you and me are not friends.
You're like, oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, they were doing some messed up stuff in the Bronx, and if he's a white, whoever Jeannie is found out about this.
And then Carisi finds out. Carisi goes to the Bronx court to like talk with the guy who was in charge, who was his lawyer.
Yeah, and the guy's sort of annoyed with Carisi because he's like, kind of doing the fast talking, he's fast tapping, and they're like, whatever.
And he was like, this doesn't matter. The Carisi goes, it doesn't matter. That's insane.
Exactly, because he's doing
the guy's like, you unfortunately do not know how things work here.
Yeah.
And he's like, Carisi's like, well, if you have a chance to get justice for your client, you take it.
Yeah. They don't care like he cares.
And so we get a trial to try to get the dad custody of his daughter. And we get this, she is specifically a child abuse practitioner. Like, this is literally what she does for her job. Her name is Dr. Bethany Allen. And we, of course, have to point out that she's white.
Yeah.
And in case she looks familiar, you were correct, because she has been on this show before.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I couldn't remember either. I knew it seemed familiar. I couldn't remember where.
It's been a while. She also did play another crappy white lady in the episode Bully. She played the
Bully. Boss. I think I remember seeing that. That's kind of
she played like the yelling lady boss.
That was messed up. But that episode is real messed up.
And it's like, yep, she's back.
Because it's really bad because if you don't remember what happened in the episode, she was bullying her the people she worked for, and then she was like, "You all made me did this," and then she chooses
and she kills herself
on live TV. Like, you have to make them feel bad because you did something bad. Like,
it's like, yeah, this woman's back.
Yeah, Bully is a very, very messed up episode.
Yes. Like, literally.
It's season 10 or 12. It might be 12. It might be a late over any games. I think. So then she's talking about she kind of is like, we've always known that he was bad, Riley had a fever as a newborn and they didn't take her to the hospital.
Like, literally, this.
Like, that's a little dramatic, dog. Most of us just, most parents just get you some Tylenol in college, unless you're like way too high fever, but So it's very dramatic of her to try to make this claim about child abuse.
The actress's name is Kate Burton. Apparently, this isn't the first time that she.
Yeah.
No, she was in Scandal with Tony Goldwyn.
Scandal. So then she says, that the break that Riley had was from being hit, but we know that's not true. Riley says it came from playing volleyball, which I know people because it's here.
Here, from it was from like shielding herself from a
Yeah.
hit.
From knowing volleyball players and watching volleyball a couple times, it is a fairly logical explanation. Here's treasure. Oh, okay. So then, that's not true. Carisi kind of says, like, we've done everything we can. There's nothing else we can really do here unless,
Hold on, I forget where I left off. Yeah. And I was like, well, this woman really does always play bad people. Carisi's like, they've done everything they can. Dr. Allen literally didn't even like look at.
Yeah, they just looked at the report.
They looked at the report, and she made a decision remotely. And it's like, oh, that's not good. And so Olivia tries to talk to her, and she's like, honestly, if I'm wrong, I'll let it go.
But did you ever want to do that? No. Olivia.
She's like, yeah, and she's like, yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah.
So the case is happening. That's all they could do. Like, he doesn't have his daughter back yet. But Olivia's like, I can't drop this. So they're back in the precinct, and Carisi walks in and goes, Liv, do you got beef with me or something?
But like, everyone was like, where did you learn to say that from?
And I saw a tweet that said, Jesse is teaching him the lingo, and I thought it was funny.
And I was like, y'all are hilarious.
It's like, where'd you learn that, man?
Exactly. Where'd you learn that from?
40 and white.
Exactly. Like, where did you learn that from? It's just very funny that it's just really funny because it's just a very memeable moment because the way he
literally is just out of the blue. It goes, Liv, do you got beef with me or something? What's with all these subpoenas on my desk?
Exactly. It's just so funny, y'all. Like.
And then he looks closely, and it's like,
it's just the way he's just like looking. It's just, come on, focus, please. Thank you. It's just.
And he looked, and he's like, they're all for Dr. Allen.
It's like, well, we stopped that, right?
No. So he was like, no, because there's something about this.
I can't. We all know how Olivia is. She's not stopping until she.
And then we get Cindy, and she comes by, and she's like, use the doctor in the case, and I'm now questioning things.
Yeah, so you kind of.
Oh, great. Yeah, well, actually, hold on. Before that, Carisi talks to Olivia, and then we get Carisi back in his office, and he's literally sitting in a chair, just like.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the verdict came back for the Nathan thing, and it didn't go well.
I kind of also don't hear a lot of people talking about how, like, if we ever think about, like, this is just like not too long after what just happened, and like he's probably still, we know from like first light that like Carisi takes a long time to process things, that like he may just be lost in that thought line again, but we don't really know. But I think
it kind of looked like he was crying. People were like,
it seems like it was. So we don't know what he was thinking about when she comes in, but this is with his emotions, there's a lot of things we could notice he might be thinking about. But anyway,
so Cindy comes back. She's like, I'm regretting, kind of questioning it now. And Grace is like, you do know what you're doing, right? It's like, yeah. So they both go to like this diner and they talk to Finn.
Yeah.
Because Finn knows her. And they're like, Finn, we need advice. And the woman's name is Corinne Lanford, and apparently, like, she was accused of abusing her child.
Yeah, but she hadn't. It wasn't.
And then he was like, yeah, you did, because I know, because this is what Dr. Allen said. And then Carisi is like trying to look out for CJ, but like it kind of comes off of like
a little aggressive.
Aggressive.
A little bit aggressive. He's like
he's getting kind of angry, but like he knows it's because like he goes on and he's like, if we do this, we risk sending children back to bad parents.
Yeah.
And then Cindy says, if one person is in prison who isn't guilty, that's too many.
Yeah.
And somebody pointed out a parallel.
Yeah.
Creasy said something like this. I don't remember what.
Did I save it? I don't know what episode it came from, but I think I saved it. Did I save that? I hope I did, because I thought that wasn't something important. Let's see if you got beef with me. Dang, I didn't save it. I thought I had like saved it to my phone.
I think
but
it's in our Twitter. It's probably in our Twitter conversation. Give me a second. I can find it.
Yeah. But essential while we're looking for that, we'll keep talking. So they go talk to this woman. We talk to Corinne. She's like, Cindy goes to talk to her, and it's like, I lost my baby because of you.
And she's pretty much like, what are you doing here? What do you want? She's not happy. Found it.
Mm-hmm.
So, their Twitter handle is Dino Loves K-pop, and she said that someone pointed this out to me. What CJ said in 2712 parallels to the quote Tracy learned from Holmes back when he was at Fordham Law in 2106. And she says, honestly, if even one person is in prison for something they didn't do, that's too many. And he said, better 100 guilty men go free than one innocent man be condemned. It's like crazy. You gotta remember what we said. And it's like, oh, they're both like justice people. It's great. Anyway, yeah. So they go to talk. Cindy goes to talk to Corinne. Corinne is like, what are you doing here? I lost my baby because of you. And she's like, I'm trying to be like, hey, we might actually be able to fix this. And pretty much she's like, I don't care, because this shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Exactly, because
she says that what happened is her baby hit her head, and she thought
it is a boy. He's a boy. Yeah.
Baby hit his head.
Yeah.
And thought he was fine, but then his eyes started rolling in the back of his head.
Yeah.
She didn't know what else to do, so she called 911 because that's what you're supposed to be able to do.
Yeah.
And then, everybody looked at me, and she saw her as a black single mother, and they said I was guilty.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what happened.
And as if things weren't already bad enough, the woman is currently in jail, but she had to take a deal. And in that deal, basically Cindy was like, you have to allocute. Yeah. And so the lady's like, you made me say I hurt my baby. Like, oh shit. And you can see Cindy's definitely feeling guilty now that she realizes this woman did not hurt her baby. Or may not have hurt her baby.
Yeah.
And it's like, just in case you haven't keeping track, both of these people have been black.
Yeah.
And single.
Yeah. And I think that's very important that this is happening to them and not there's plenty of throughout times there's plenty of white people who do this to their children and then nothing ever happens to them, but the second it happens to some black children it becomes a
Well, so after that Cindy goes back to the SU precinct and she's like, I see why Gracie is so pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So then they do some more digging.
I forgot to mention, this whole time, Olivia has been going back to her doctor friend, being like, can you find anything on Dr. Allen for us? And the woman is like, Dr. Allen's great. I don't know what you're going to want me to be able to find. And then Olivia's like, oh, this is one. She's like, talking to her doctor friend. Olivia is the one. She says, honestly, if I'm wrong, I'll let it go. Well, the doctor comes back and she's like, well, apparently you were right.
Yeah.
Because she on the test for Corinne's baby boy, she did a test for a genetic disorder, for a clotting disease, and she hit it.
Yeah. So there's some big word that they used that.
No abuse.
Yeah. There was some big word
that you need to know is there was no abuse.
Yeah.
It was a genetic disorder And instead, the doctor decided to say that it was what used to be called shaken baby syndrome, abusive head trauma. We'll be back.
So then, she says that the Dr. Allen says that like she's supposed to be, she's being diligent and vigilant.
They do like an investigative like jury thing, so it's like when they have a jury listen to like a case to see if it should go to trial or anything.
Yeah. Normally in the show they've already passed this word in the show, but yeah.
But they do that. And then she's like, she was diligent and vigilant, and I wrote, and racist.
Yep. So then
and then we're like, baby Jason, the little boy, had a big word for a blood clotting disorder.
Yeah, Carisi says the big word. I don't know. It was like 20
and
different letters.
Goes, someone's learning their big boy words.
No, so,
and it's like,
don't talk to Carisi like that way. It's wrong.
You leave our boy alone. And I'm gonna go find the response because it was a good one, and
it was, and I don't remember what words because it was some. There was some.
I'm gonna go find it. Give me a second.
It was just he was like.
You keep talking. I'm gonna look for it.
Okay, make sure that was gonna work. So then I don't know what he says, but then Christy's like, "Ain't you lying on the stand?" You know that she's committed perjury. She's lying about something. She's lying because she tells the same story again, that like the story she told them earlier, and they're like, and she's lying. So these perjury charges. So then she says this is not a mistake. Oh no! I don't remember who said that. That'd be Carisi, but it's like this was a mistake. She said this on purpose. And she says like the baby was in danger. And the he's big mad. He says like, no, you hid it because you knew you were wrong. So here we are.
Very big mad. It was good.
Yeah. So then they're talking still with her lawyer at the precinct. And he's like, you can give up your license right now. Or we can go to trial and you be charged with perjury. And then they take it. So which one do you want?
Felony charges also.
Yeah, felony charges would be.
Which one do you want?
Yeah, you pick, what you want. So then she goes with so then she goes with the perjury. She said she goes with giving up I don't know what happened.
I think she goes with giving up her medical license, even though she's not thrilled with it.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I couldn't really tell what she said, but she said something. So then
I'll find out in a minute because I have the episode pulled up.
Yeah, so then she hold on. Then so then they go
literally on the notes. Look at the notes.
Yeah, the notes. This is how we take notes. So then they go talk to Cindy. I think this is what Cindy and Olivia are talking.
Wait, no, hold on. We missed the outburst.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, you're getting it because I didn't write a lot. We were kind of.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna pause for a second while I find this greasy quote because I literally just put it up.
Yeah, shouldn't. Yeah, and also I kind of am a big mad because Peacock changed their ad plan, so now my plan has ads, and that takes longer for us to find stuff. And now it takes longer to find stuff.
Yeah, no, literally, I was like, then I'm gonna pull this up as fast as I can.
Then, yeah, he says something.
Also, she mentioned that, like, what would happen if people disagreed with you? But doctor's like, oh, they wouldn't. And Carissa goes, no, I guess they wouldn't.
You're threatening to take their children away, so.
I think he meant like the doctors that she works with.
Oh yeah, because doctors somewhat trust each other. That they're all making good decisions, good conscious decisions.
All right, it's coming.
It's taking long.
Coming.
This looks. How do we go down?
And she goes, hi. And so the word is, did you test for hypertension? She goes, yes. And Christy goes, how about hypoxic, ischemic, encephalopathy?
And I'm like, that word is too hard for me to remember.
I have no idea if I said it right.
And
like, she goes, whoops, someone's learning their big boy words. And he literally laughs and he goes, yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah, look, this letter word's a very long word that I cannot. So then.
Oh, and the best part, he's got like this little his like smile on when he knows he's about to hit the nail in the coffin.
He's ready. He's but like
he's got a look on his face. He's like he's about to get exactly what he needs.
He's ready now. Don't worry. He's about to eat him up. Don't worry. So then, I don't know. Were you looking for something else, or was that all we were looking?
Anyway, yeah. So in the outburst, we found Greasy wants to send her to jail for perjury, and he's like, "This isn't a mistake." He says that she said the baby was in danger, and he goes, "No, you hit it because you knew you were wrong, and here we are." And that kind of goes back to the episode title. So hubris is another word for pride. Yeah. The woman did not want to admit she was wrong. Yeah. And in doing so, screwed up these families.
Yeah, took away their children.
She is both prejudiced and prideful.
Yeah.
And this woman goes like on this outburst, and she's like, "What about all the kids that I did help?" And
they're like,
"All the kids that I need to help." And Olivia goes,
"Well, like, girl, bye."
Look, what I do know about this is that a couple of kids can go home to their parents now. Parents that love them. And now my conscience is clear. How's yours?
I said, "Ooh, get him."
Mic drop, leave.
Get him again.
So Jason's mom is free.
Yeah, she's exonerated.
Jason's mom is exonerated. She gets her baby back.
Yes.
She still walks past Cindy coldly, even though Cindy did try to fix her mistakes.
You can try, but there's nothing you can really do to fix that damage.
Yeah, and then so CJ and Olivia, and they're talking, and she's like, "What? I feel so guilty." And Olivia's like, "We can only try to do what we think is right."
Yeah.
And yes, you fixed it, but like,
you can only keep going, do better going forward. We kind of
And then they see the CPS worker, and then they see Riley and her dad, and they're going to be reunited too. So all is well. Yay!
Yeah, all is well.
I give this episode 5 stars.
Yeah.
Actually 4.5. The only reason I don't give it 5 is because I kind of wanted to see that lady in jail.
Yeah. Is it to lock her up?
Lock her up, yes, literally. So I think as through a surprise to many, the next episode was that they're saying is coming out is the episode that was apparently pulled.
Yeah, they probably recast Timothy Busfield.
And we're all super confused.
They definitely did was they probably just recast Timothy Busfield. He was only the judge, so they probably didn't have to refilm too much out of it.
It's gonna it makes me like I
but then it's kind of tainted a little. It's a little tainted already though. It's a little tainted already, so I guess
which is why I was super confused by the trailer was still happening.
Yeah, I guess they're like, listen, we can't because they only have their 24 episodes, they gotta use them all. Otherwise, they won't.
We get like this clip of like the guys like touching this girl's neck and like choking her, and the squad is watching, and I'm like, I'm not ready for that kind of video.
Yeah, it's I think it's based on the Sarah Lawrence College, but I cannot be 100% certain. I bet they. And as if you. But yeah, so that one's called, I forgot what it's called actually. That or it's the one titled Thirsty, which who knows what episode actually is coming? Where are they're so I don't know exactly what episode is coming. I guess we'll see. Hopefully they fix. So that one. So they'll be back on February 26th, which seems like a long time.
It does. But we got the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, also, we did have a birthday.
There's one today, actually.
There is. No.
Yeah. Yes, there is. Well, let's all order. His tweet is wrong. There is one today. Let's stay wrong.
Who?
Mara. They just tweeted it while we were talking.
Okay, I was like, what? Because I know that what was the day? Not Friday. Saturday. Saturday was Ryan's birthday, and
Yes.
he's 16, you guys. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that
Makes
kid
you-
is grown up right before our eyes.
Literally. Literally. It's like now he's dude. Yes. And I don't think there's anything else. We've been writing a little bit, get stuff done.
Yeah, we did a little like post thing for this episode.
Yeah, we
and
gotta
it's
finish it.
going really well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go keep doing that.
I don't know if there's anything else. I think we're just kind of waiting along until the shows are back. So unless something crazy happens, if anything crazy happens between now and 3 weeks, and I will be back. If not, we'll
see you guys later.
Yeah. So thanks for
listening.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love you. Now that you're so loved. I gotta remember to gotta edit this one because you want me to edit this one. I usually don't edit it all, but I'll fix it.
Happy Valentine's Day to those.
Yeah.
I was gonna say those who celebrate. I'm pretty sure that most people.
Even if you're by yourself, buy yourself something nice,
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Celebrate with your friends. Buy yourself something nice.
Have fun, guys.
Yes. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. So thanks for listening. We'll see you all towards the end of February, if not sooner, depending on if anything happens.
Bye.
Bye. It didn't hang up. It's